What's going on, YouTube? We are going to be watching some games from the RLCS Spring Major, specifically from the players who won awards for their top-tier performance at the Major. 3 special awards were handed out once it was all said and done to the offensive MVP, the defensive MVP, and the overall MVP. And today we are starting with Ahmad, the offensive MVP of the tournament, and specifically a game in which he had a great offensive performance. This is the winners finals against version 1. Falcons in version 1 haven't lost a single game coming up to this point. And if you remember last video, or if you've seen series before, then you recognize this field, and that's because once again we are back on Champions Field for Game 7. The entirety of the series coming down to this game, coming down to the performance from the Falcons, and specifically the award-winning performer, Ahmad. So we're going to watch as we see how he moves around the field, how you become the best offensive player in the world. Now, Ahmad has been rocking, Ahmad and the rest of the Falcons have all been rocking this same Fennec, and you love to see it. Somebody made a tweet that I really enjoyed, which was, I got the Falcons decal in the shop, and it was just them rocking this Fennec that you have seen Middle East players play with for a long time. Oh my goodness, this whiff from Com. Sorry, we're gonna watch this again, because when I saw this whiff from Com, I actually tweeted about it. I said, this means there's a script. This is when the script was absolutely confirmed, when Com was unable to finish this. So obviously he thinks TRK is about to get a touch on this ball, and he's trying to stop that touch and 50 it in. But TRK doesn't get a touch, and then Com cannot side flip into the ball in time. And oh my goodness. You just, watching it live, I thought, no way. No way. The fix is in. The fix is in for the Falcons. They are destined to win, and that proved it. Now, of course, in a quick play, those kind of mistakes can happen. It wasn't that ridiculous, but certainly watching it live seemed like Com just missed something for free. Ahmad, great double off the ceiling. Does get saved, but not every single one of your shots are going to go in, even if you are the offensive MVP of a tournament. Doing some defense as well as he recovers off his own shot, stopping beast mode. Wide rotation for Ahmad as he's looking for any 100 pad to reset on. Torment launching this one straight to the ceiling, and there 50 is sent down. See Ahmad waiting at the midfield. Quick camera check. See if somebody's coming to demo him now. Khaled and Ahmad. This is not the first time they've double commit, but this is maybe the worst time. Ahmad looking to make his mark on offense. Normally Khaled in the back line. So you almost feel like maybe they didn't realize that Ahmad wanted to go up. I think Khaled might have had the better angle, but the tendencies between the two players is that Ahmad is usually the aggressor. Right now he finds himself on the back line, but look at this catch. Really smart play. I love this play when I saw it live. A lot of people would want to play this too quick, want to take a quick shot. They see their moment coming, but beast mode is turned away from the play. Com on the side wall. He has got time to chip this infield and then take the shot. And beast mode and Torment both coming off the back wall. Instead of flipping into this ball early, he waits. We'll slow it down a little bit so I don't go flying past it. He doesn't jump. He waits in order to get this 50 and push it down into the ground and in. Great offensive play. It's not just about speed, despite the fact that, you know, these players get credited as being the fastest players in the game so frequently. Sometimes it's about being calculated as well. TRK looking for his teammate Ahmad. He strikes it, and it's that kind of striking that gets you offensive MVP. 2-goal swing quickly off of plays from Ahmad in a very, very crucial moment, and now they need to just hold on to this lead the rest of the way, or they can put on even more if needed. Ahmad, a carry into the corner. Looks like he was potentially going to try and drop it off to TRK, but TRK cuts in field. Nice speed from Khaled, and Ahmad, who was thinking about getting into play, has had a really weird rotation, I would say. He is cutting off some of his teammates and stealing maybe boosts that they could have been better off with. That's the kind of aggressive rotations that Ahmad has sticked with. And look at this backflip save. Crucial save. And now through the air. What a nice 50 win. Torment met him there. Couldn't stop him from pushing the ball into the blue half. Talking about offensive MVP. This is just an all-around great performance from Ahmad. Able to bump through the air dribble demo attempt. When he was the last one back, there's been a couple different saves that Ahmad's been able to get. It's on a wide rotation once again. An impressive tournament from this entire team. I don't think anyone will ever be doubting these guys again. Beast mode. I don't know if we got a touch on that. Ahmad can feel free to let it go right past. TRK off the backboard. The best striker in the game right now. Not able to beat out one of the better defenders. Torment had a great tournament as well, enabling the rest of his teams to succeed. Everybody on version 1 can feel proud of their performance. Falcons. Ahmad with a boost steal. Pulling off this ball. Ahmad and TRK. Such a dynamic duo. But really, everybody on the Falcons squad able to connect when needed. 10 seconds left to go. Ahmad deciding not to try and take a shot. Play it safer. Khaled trying to drop it down. Beast mode to Torment. Ahmad needs to clear. It's not going to happen. TRK sent to the ground. And this sent the version 1 team down to the lower bracket and moved the Falcons on to the grand finals. They've had the ice in the game 7, and a lot of that has to do with offensive MVP Ahmad. But 2 more awards were handed out during the tournament, and we will check the defensive MVP next. BATIRA from Moist Esports is the defensive MVP of the tournament. In this game, we are once again on Champions Field, this time against Falcons in the grand final, the first series of the grand finals. Moist, as BATIRA just goes solo on offense. Moist is coming from the lower bracket, so they are going to need to beat the Falcons in this first series, and again if they want to win the tournament. And right now, they are in Game 7 in that first series. We are watching from BATIRA's perspective, the man who has been known to hold down the defensive line of Moist. And so far, in the first 24 seconds, we've seen him on offense by himself, solo scoring, and not getting a good defensive touch on defense. But hey, this is the defensive MVP, so whether you like it or not, this is peak performance on defense from BATIRA. BATIRA looking for a double upfield. Rise all alone. A wide rotation. Joyo is actually hovering on the wall, waiting for that pass. There's a save for BATIRA. He tries to get this out of his half. Now, you'll hear people talk about BATIRA a lot and his defense not necessarily being safe. So he's going to steal this off the top of Rise, who obviously had no boost. But truly the best defense is played by players who do not get tons of saves. If your team is not having to get saves, it's a good thing. It means you're doing a good job of keeping the ball out of your half. If you go and watch all the replays, or you don't have to watch them, but check the replays for the most saves from the major, the top 10 are all in losses, because if you're making that many saves, it means you're likely going to lose the game. You can't keep them out forever, and it's indicative of your team not being on offense very often. Now, BATIRA is known to keep his team on offense. He ends possessions for other teams so effectively and so quickly. Right now, he's going to launch this one from his own half to end that Falcons possession. Look at this play right here. Keeping the ball in the blue half. Keeping that ball cam on, knowing not to just leave the play and head back to net. Good defense is not necessarily played from the orange half if you're the orange team. Do it from anywhere on the field. Now, crazy read. BATIRA doesn't find it. And the Falcons up 2-1, on the verge of being the champions. Ahmad gets bumped by Joyo. So BATIRA upfield. Look at that 50 on Khaled to try and create an opportunity. What a pass. That was a really impressive pass from BATIRA in order to find Joyo at the midfield. Retreating on that side wall can be awkward. He gets the slight bounce shot off the wall. Not really a pinch. Basically a power shot. BATIRA swinging wide, deciding it's better for him to have the 100 than Rise as he approaches upfield. Knowing Rise has his back, ball does get sent over the top of him. We picked a crucial game for BATIRA. He has been getting outpaced a little bit here around the net. But now, shot dropped in front of him. He instantly ends that possession and punishes that mistake. Shots need to be much cleaner than that. Do you want to get him past BATIRA? BATIRA looking for a teammate. Rise slotting it. Great idea not to take that shot with defense waiting. He knew Rise had just picked up the corner boost on the left side of the field and could take the shot for him if he passed it over to him. That's exactly what happened. BATIRA once again looking for Rise. He knows Rise has got the ice in the final moments, so why not feed the beast? And Rise taps it in for a third. Now Moist, they are in the lead, trying to force a bracket reset and a second attempt at beating the Falcons and taking the championship. Ahmad the 50 to bring the ball into the orange half. Quickly BATIRA able to push it away. Great defensive coverage here as Khaled looks for the game tying shots. I'm actually kind of surprised BATIRA dove that far downfield, considering he didn't have boost. The Falcons were going to be obviously sending it back the other way, but I guess what BATIRA wanted was not for them to be able to slow the ball down. If he closes the distance between the two, they're forced to play it high in the air, a place that Moist Esports is so comfortable in. Khaled, his 50 ability is unstoppable. Doesn't matter who you're playing against. He is just so good at stopping the ball from getting taken away from him. He does it once again. TRK does it as well. BATIRA, great pass to himself off the sidewall. 30 seconds left for Moist to hold on. Huge rotation here from BATIRA. He feels the moments. The fact that they just need to keep a clean slate the next 20 seconds. Picks up the boost at the midfield. He's going to stay glued to the back wall. Doesn't react too early. Waits for the tap for the corner and then takes it away to keep the shooter away. It's all about recognizing when you have a threat and when you don't. And that first shooter was never going to be able to do anything. BATIRA tried to slam the ball down, but it doesn't hit the ground after the 1 second. It hits right before, but then the ball hits anyways. So Moist Esports able to force a bracket reset against the Falcons. Lots of thanks to the defensive MVP of the tournament, BATIRA, who held it down on the back line. One more series left and one more award to give out. The final award to give out for the event was the overall MVP. Who was the best player everywhere on the field in this event? And that was handed to the very stylish Joyo. And we are watching game number 4 of the bracket reset. Moist Esports went up 3-0 quickly, and Rise sent the long shot in for the first goal. And I love to see Joyo rocking a nice preset. We saw him yesterday rocking the Stocktane, and that's not like Joyo. Joyo known to be one of the more fashionable Rocket League players, and this time rocking a much more elegant decal and setup. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it looks fresh, and anything looks fresh when you're the overall MVP of the tournament. Joyo looking for such a strong shot on the ground pinch as the ball hit the ground. Can't find it. Long rotation as the boost doesn't respawn at the midfield. BATIRA does a great job of setting up Joyo, but I tell you what, Moist in this second series had looked so dominant. All match, all series, all event long. No one has been able to make the Falcons look scared, look tentative, look slow, to keep them forced in their back half. It just hasn't happened. And for the first time, Moist has been able to do it. That's a great 2 reads. Wow, the backflip on the quick read near the back wall and then a pre-jump. It's actually insane to stop the Falcons from getting everything. All the pre-jumps are working for Moist, and Joyo sees an opportunity to play it slow. He'll take it to the ceiling, get the reset, slam it to the ground, and double it in. This shot we remembered, and I think this shot had a lot to do with why Joyo won the overall MVP. And look at the patience. The patience from him to recognize that Ahmad was not going to get a touch, that if he just waits, he'll have open field in front of him. And he takes it all the way to the ceiling and doubling it in. Not only with the ceiling, but also the ground. It's just truly insane what this game has come to, what these players can do at any given moment. And Joyo is kind of the epitome of the kind of player who can do anything, no matter where he's out on the field. He'll give you something special. And that has been what Rocket League has been trending to with time. A great read, by the way, on this shot in order to stop it out. This is why they call him the overall MVP. Everywhere on the field, all the time. And that was never more the case than this final series. Rise trying to accelerate that one past Ahmad. But Ahmad able to send it off the crossbar. Good backflip to slow the play down. Really deep dive by Ahmad here. He is playing their front runner once again. We talked about offensive MVP. There he is. Putting in work upfield. Rise, the air dribble, TRK. What a save. A player that certainly was threatening winning an an all-around type MVP. Had his team been able to win the event, and he definitely would have been in that conversation. Look at the bump from Joyo to finish it off. Moist, they've been on such an insane run. 2 minutes left of Rocket League to be played. If the Falcons can't come back, this crowd was wild for Moist Esports. I felt like Moist Esports was already the EU's favorite team at North America when I went to the North American LAN, and man, were they EU's favorite team in EU. It was just insane for these guys. And I think ever since they got picked up by Moist, they're actually going to have a pretty decent fan base in Dallas. I think the North American fan base for Moist is going to be there. I think that could help them a lot coming to the World Championships. Look at the dust. Look at the dust by Joyo. He's just too quick. BATIRA finishes 4-1. Joyo absolutely popping off, doing so in style, not just on the field, but also with his car. We got to find out what this preset is. Joyo, everything going right for him and his team. Jumps so late, still able to get to the play, still able to get a touch. Minute 15. Patience, the pinch almost directly to the net. I'm not able to send it away. Cal's going to hand it right back. I mean, this is what I'm talking about with the Falcons just completely out of sorts. They had an opportunity to maybe slow down the play and hold on offense for a bit, but Cal just booms it out. And immediately, Moist back in control. BATIRA, that defensive MVP effort, trying to force this ball out. Rise and Joyo look awkward, but look at Rise handling the awkwardness perfectly, as it seems like his car is always the direction he needs, no matter which way it's facing. Cal, a nice bump. Able to flip through the ball. Gave Falcons 1. They have 30 seconds to get 3. Now, if this were a 1v1, we'd have very little faith that they could get 3. The 3v3, I think even less. Ahmad's dribble 50'd. You can tell, I feel like already, that Moist is being a little bit more tentative. We see Joyo pulling off the ball, not wanting to be over-aggressive in the final moments. This dribble. Sent away. Couldn't finish it off. I wonder if these Moist Esports guys are feeling it right now. When do they drop the controllers? Yeah, Joyo dropped it there. A well-earned drop controller. Moist Esports get the dub 4-1. Lots to do with this guy, Joyo, who wins the overall MVP. BATIRA winning the defensive MVP. Ahmad getting the offensive. But I tell you what, you could have given that offensive MVP to Rise, and I don't think you would have been wrong. I think lots of people probably voted for Rise for the offensive MVP, and that's what makes these teams so good nowadays. You have to have everybody capable of doing everything. BATIRA, Rise, Joyo, it's a reason why they are the best team in the world. You have 3 MVPs on their team. If anybody's ranking who are the top players at this major, I think you got to have all 3 of these guys, maybe even in the top 6, if not even higher, because they were insane. Moist Esports, they are your spring major winner. Who's going to win Worlds? Will it be Falcons? Falcons had a great performance in their first ever LAN together with their full roster. Khaled looked great. Falcons looked icy, just not as icy as the rest of Moist Esports.